أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ومولانا محمد المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم بالمدد الكريم المبارك الكريم يا حبيبي العزيز مهدي يا سيدي يا سلطان الأولياء مشاهد فإذ المسالي وشيخ محمد نائب نائب الحقاني وسلطان قلوبنا مولانا الشيخ هشام الكباني مدد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم. And that alhamdulillah always a reminder for myself that this way of ours towards Allah's divine resides is to remind myself أنا أخلق العجيز ضعيف مسكين ظالم جهل, and by the grace of Allah that we are still in existence, that weak, ajizu, dependent, poor, oppressor, every type of bad characteristic is to be applied to the self. But by the grace of Allah, by the grace of God Almighty, that it keeps us going. There's no one who can claim anything as they try to move into that presence, and better to bring ourselves down before Allah brings us down. And from Mawlana Shaykh's teaching, that to open from these realities of this holy month, Rajab, Shaban and Ramadan, in the way of the love of Sayyidina Muhammad, that from Surat YaSeen, and we've covered mashallah many ayahs of Surat YaSeen, and that Sayyidina YaSeen is the name of the Prophet. Sayyidina Muhammad name, one of many names, infinite names, is Sayyidina YaSeen. And the knowledge and realities of Ya and Seen, and that it is the heart of Holy Qur'an. Surat YaSeen is the heart of Holy Qur'an. And Allah swears, to make a synopsis to get to this point of the 12th verse of Holy Qur'an, Ayatul Kareem for Surat YaSeen. Allah starts off, YaSeen wal Qur'an al-Hakim. Allah is swearing, testifying by the reality of Sayyidina Muhammad and by all the lights of Holy Qur'an, that all of these realities I'm about to describe to you, it's in the treasure and the reality of Sayyidina YaSeen and describes all of that barakah and blessings, and then begins to describe the people who come against that reality, come against that understanding. And who is a believer in that reality, who is not a believer in that reality. We come to the verse 12 inshaAllah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inna nahnu nuhyil mawta wa naktubu ma qaddamu wa atharuhum wa kulla shay'in ahsaynahu fi imamin mubin. إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم.
صدق الله العظيم وبلغ رسوله الكريم. That Allah said to warn them who follow the reminder. Means from the verses prior to that about they don't believe, their fathers were in ignorance, they're in ignorance, and if we send a warner to them, they're going to stone them. And that any time you bring a haqq to a people or to a person, Allah's warning, they're not going to accept your truth. There are only certain souls that have programmed within them the ability to accept that truth. And as the world becomes darker and darker, Allah's warning, Shaitanullah, wherever you enter and you begin to speak the truth, people will stone you and attack you. And even Allah was saying outside support. An outside person comes saying, boys, why are you attacking them? That they are sent by Ar-Rahman. They're not charging for their services, they're reminding you of your Lord, the summation of what's taken place. And they warn the people, no, if you talk anymore we're going to stone you to death. That be John, he died. In the verse after Allah described that he went for Jannah. He gave his da'wah, immediately the people attacked and he went back into Allah's divine presence. Allah then describing from Surat YaSeen the secret of whom Allah granted belief, because this is the heart of Holy Qur'an. So this must be the cream of the crop of belief, the characteristic, the reality of who they are, that they itabihu Dhikr, they follow the Dhikr. Means then just one understanding before you go deeper, itabihu Dhikr. So the people who don't believe in Dhikr, they've completely been now corrupt from this reality. Allah in the heart of Holy Qur'an, in the heart of Surat YaSeen, you cannot warn except those who itabi, from ittiba of the Dhikr. They are obedient to the Dhikr. They are obedient. One, physically they must always be in majlis of Zikr, because Allah says that they are itiba, they are obedient. It's not something they leave out of their life, it's not something that they put as an enjoyment and a part time, it's a part of their whole aqidah, their whole belief. That my light, my food, my reality, everything comes in the majlis of dhikr. I am obedient to that dhikr. My life has to be around that dhikr. I can't go far without the dhikrullah or the mahfil and the celebration of the love of Sayyidina. And then Allah begin to teach awliyaullah that what is the dhikr of Allah. What is the dhikr of Allah? And then Allah come into our lives and say, Inna Allahi wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. The dhikr of Allah is the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. Very deep, very powerful. Allah not making dhikr of Allah is Allah. Allah is giving us an immense reality that for verily me, Allah and my angels, but we don't care for the angels right now. The supreme is Allah. Yusalluna ala Nabi that my dhikr, my remembrance, my hamd, all my love upon this reality of Sayyidina Muhammad. Then in shia, which we have to recite in our dhikr, there's 7 times to open the latayifs of the heart. Allah wants in the Naqshbandi aura that recite Surat al-Inshirah to understand that we are going to open your heart, we're going to open all your realities. وَرَفَعْنَا لَكَ ذِكْرَكَ, and we have raised your dhikr throughout all of Allah's creation. This is not for the jahal of insan, these are not for the ignorant human beings upon this earth that don't understand it. This is in the heart of Prophet is opening, and Allah is showing from Ahlul Basira, those whom their hearts are open. Our Sayyid, our Master Sayyidina Muhammad, the first of whom, the best of whom, the one whom Allah opened everything and everything from the reality of Muhammad. Look in your soul and look to this creation, everything is praising you, Ya Rasulullah. Allah said, وَرَفَعْنَا لَكَ ذِكْرَكَ. Your name is on all of paradises. If your name is there, Allah knows to be there. So I named it for you, it is for you. Allah doesn't care for creation. Allah doesn't make Himself to be small and sit somewhere. Allah is the creator beyond the ocean of creation. And only now they begin to let us to understand that all this creation and all of its reality under Muhammadun Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, وَرَفَعْنَا لَكَ الذِّكْرَ, that we raise your remembrance. Your praise is everywhere. Everything is held by malaika, and the malaika are making salawats on Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Everything in paradise, everything from mulk to malakut is held together with malaika. And the angels are praising the Prophet. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. All of the dhikr of angels is the praisings upon Sayyidina Muhammad, and all of that is sustaining. Then what is the dhikr of Allah? Because the salawats the angels are making. Dhikr of Allah, the reality of Sayyidina Muhammad is the Holy Qur'an. The Qur'an. The dhikr of Allah, the kid has to go to the Qur'an. The dhikr of Allah is the Holy Qur'an. What Allah is going to make as a zikr? Allah is uncreated words. Allah's izzah and might is the Holy Qur'an, and Allah's salutations upon Prophet is the best of what Allah has to offer. The best of what Allah has to offer are the lights of Holy Qur'an that are being recited upon the soul of Sayyidina Muhammad alam al-Qur'an wa khalaqa al-insan. That Allah's all realities are dressed upon the soul of Prophet, and then Allah in Surah Al-Najm, وَعَلَّمْنَهُ الشَّدِيدَ الْقُوَّةِ. The one whom is sending this light upon your reality is immense in power. It is the source of all power, the source of all realities. That when Allah is dressing the lights upon Sayyidina Muhammad, it is the lights of the Qur'an. As a result, everything is in that light. And then Allah describes, we gave you the Kawthar, beyond kathir, beyond immense. Kawthar is beyond immense. Means I've given you the Holy Qur'an is the light that dresses your reality, blesses your reality, is the power of all your reality. As a result, you are the Kawthar of Allah. And all awliyaullah, pious people taking from Ashab al-Nabi taking from Ahlul Bayt al-Nabi reach to the Kawthar. فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَرْ. If you want to drink from this Kawthar, live a life of sacrifice. Sacrifice yourself, sacrifice your character, sacrifice everything that you have, and that's when we've taught from the years before. Nabi Musa wants this reality. Allah then describes a different way of understanding with Sayyidina Khidr that, I'm going to send you to one of my Muhammadiyun, Sayyidina Khidr, he's going to torture you, he's going to give you a good beating, he's going to argue and insult you the whole way. And Nabi Musa accepted his Kalimullah from the high and the highest of the Prophets for this love of Sayyidina Muhammad, Ya Rabbi, I will gladly take that difficulty. And the minute he met with Sayyidina Khidr said, me and you we're not going to get along. How are you going to get along with someone who your knowledge is incomplete? Astaghfirullah. How you could say to Kalimullah. But he took his abuse for the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. Sayyidina Isa understood this reality and took his abuse to be with Sayyidina Muhammad. Ya Rabbi, I don't want to die and see Prophet. I want to be high, I want to be alive and see Sayyidina Muhammad. And Allah accepted Sayyidina Isa's dua and raised him to His Divinely Presence to bring him in his physicality to accept his Islam from Sayyidina Muhammad. So Allah's dhikr, all the realities of Holy Qur'an dressing upon Sayyidina Muhammad وَيْتَبِهُ dhikrun means these are the servants of Allah who their life is in zikr. As a result of being from the people of zikr, Allah begin to open their hearts that, oh my praisings upon this reality. And then Allah describes in Surat YaSeen that what Prophet speaking to you is not poetry. He's no share, there's no poetry in what he talks. And how they play with Holy Qur'an in the tafsir. In one sentence Allah describes, he's not speaking poetry, he is the dhikr and the Qur'an. Innahu dhikrun wal Qur'an al-mubin. Innahu dhikrun wal Qur'an al-mubin. That who was a description of the who that Allah was describing, that same who doesn't speak poetry to you. He is my zikr and he is the walking Qur'an, clear Qur'an. In YaSeen, Imam and Mubin, and he is the clear Imam. In Malakut, everything is written upon the soul of Prophet. Why they say book? Clear register. No, there's no book. That Allah's latest technology, not old technology. There's no stone and they're writing it with stones and chisels. Everything is written upon the soul of Prophet. Every reality upon the soul of Prophet. Every qudra and every power. So that when Prophet is teaching, make one praisings upon me, one salawat upon me, and Allah will allow my soul to come praise 10 times upon your soul. Means when they begin to make durood al-sharif, excessive amounts of durood al-sharif, they are being dressed by Holy Qur'an. Prophet salawat upon them are the lights of Holy Qur'an. Then Allah describing at least these people, these awliya, they know what the dhikr of Allah. They know وَرَفَعْنَا لَكَ ذِكْرَك, that your name is everywhere. And every light and every sound they hear is the praisings of Sayyidina Muhammad. Innahu dhikrun wal Qur'an al-mubin. And that if you want to reach to manzil al-Qur'an is the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad. It's the fountain in which every reality, all the lights of Holy Qur'an are coming. So it means then enter into the heart of Prophet. And that's why Prophet was giving us the clue, if you want iman and you want faith, love me more than you love yourself. If you love, you enter into the heart of that one. When you're praising upon the one whom you love, that one is loving you and praising upon you. That love relationship is what brings the souls closer and closer and closer, where they're Ahlul Basira. Allah describes in Holy Qur'an that none understand these realities except the people of tafakkur, because they stop and they contemplate and they're continuously in contemplation. They're continuously trying to fix themselves and their bad character. They understood from these realities of awliyaullah that you must be beaten, you must be brought down, you must be inflicted with difficulty. Why? To show your love for Sayyidina Muhammad. Those whom are taken advantage of, They are from these awliya. Means they put difficulty upon them, they busy their life spreading love, they busy their lives spreading goodness, and people busy themselves trying to kill them, trying to destroy them, trying to backbite them. They say that if you kill someone one time it's just one and they're finished, but when you slander and you backbite a servant of Allah is as if you killed him 1,000 times. And keep putting daggers and keep putting daggers and insult and slander the servants of Allah, and they teach that you must go through that. You must go through. You didn't seek the fame of this world, you didn't seek the recognition of this world, and look to the moon, it's all alone in the dark sky. It feels itself all alone. All it looks around with Arabic for darkness is zulm. The moon is surrounded by zulm, by oppression. It sees nothing around, and the moon's surface is continuously bombarded, continuously bombarded. And they're teaching that you take that bombarding for the love of Sayyidina Muhammad to show Prophet that you didn't come for these things, and that you pray for the people who are continuously trying to attack you, and that you forgive them, and that Allah raise them by your du'a. There are some people who can achieve through good character, and they try to have good character and do good things. And there are people who cannot achieve through good character, so they do stupid things. And Allah asks from these people who are bombarded that pray for them, pray that Allah forgive them. And Sayyidina Isa and all the Prophets, forgive them my Lord for they know not what they do. But as a means of what they're doing, awliyaullah will still lift them and forgive them. And all of that is to open up that reality. So if the Prophets led the example that we are going to take difficulty to show our love, we're going to take difficulty to show the way of humility. So then those whom difficulty are inflicted upon them, then these are those whom Allah loves dearly. Because if your shaykh or anyone inflicts difficulty upon you, if they're true and they're not backbiting and slanderous people, if they're pious people, means they're lifting you, they're showing you a sign from Allah that Allah's rida and satisfaction upon you, and that they want to raise your darajat. There is no rise without contraction and then expansion. At every moment in their life there must be a contraction, a crushing and a release, a crushing and a release. These are the only way that these darajats can be achieved. So in our life every difficulty, because we inherit from them, if we're sitting in their associations it doesn't only happen to them, it's going to happen to all of you. Because they're reflecting their life onto everyone who sits with them. Means every mushkilat, every type of difficulty Allah is reminding, are you going to take this bitterness? Are you going to just complain to me and get angry? Or are you going to take this bitterness for the love of Sayyidina Muhammad? That Allah wants something. Sahabi want to come and teach us why Sayyidina Bilal suffered so much. If not salam upon Sayyidina Bilal I don't know who Allah will send salams upon. Why was he tortured so badly? Why didn't the torture stop earlier? Allah wants something from His servant. Allah wants to see the extent of how much this companion is going to endure of difficulty, and we said before many times it's not about Allah. You can believe in Allah and nobody will bother you, nobody will know who you are. As soon as you believe and you want to follow the love of Sayyidina Muhammad they know exactly who you are. And his companions, Ya Muhammadiyun, And they were telling Sayyidina Bilal, leave that belief and we set you free. He said, impossible, impossible. Until crushed and crushed and crushed until his zikr was ahad. Ahad means he reached to the highest levels of firasat, went into the heart of wahid, and Prophet showed from that heart and from that light, now look, and what you see at that light is the reality of ahad. And Abdul Ahad and its realities and its dresses is what Sayyidina Bilal al-Habashi salam is teaching for us, that we all endured difficulty for the love of Prophet. Not everything to enter into its difficulty, whatever mushkilat we have in life, for the love of Sayyidina Muhammad, Ya Rabbi, if that's what you're asking from me, inshaAllah give me strength. But at least bring me near and fragrance me with the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. If I see Prophet's happy smile, we can go for more crushing, no problem. And then what Allah described, itabihu dhikran wa khashya ar-Rahman bil ghayb. Khashya ar-Rahman bil ghayb. Khashya, they have a crushed, a sincere, they have a heart that been through many difficulties. They understood Sifat ar-Rahman bil ghayb, not what people are understanding. They translate, they follow the reminder and they feareth the Beneficent in secret. Not only they fear the Beneficent in secret, but they are from the people of Basira. They're the people of the heart that their whole life is bil ghayb, it's not from the physical world. So Allah is talking to them, oh you who are from the people of the ghayb, you see what people don't see, you understand what people don't understand. That you understood this crushing from Sifat ar-Rahman, and you understood al-Arsh istawa, the authority of that Sifat ar-Rahman. That Sifat ar-Rahman is all that governs this mulk, and Sifat ar-Rahim governs malakut. And they understood this again is a description of Prophet, the one whom is the authority of Sifat ar-Rahman. That you are connecting not in the seen but in the unseen world bil ghayb. That in your heart you are connecting and you have khushya, you have a fear, you have an understanding, you have a hayba, that whatever order and dhikr comes from this authority, it is completely samina wa ata'na. There is no debate. Whatever order comes from Prophet that you are about to endure this, they say samina wa ata'na. Means all of this, when Allah describing these awliya, that their itabaz, when they're following the dhikr, means they're following the commands of this Sifat ar-Rahman bil ghayb, not through the world that you see but through their spiritual practices. They see that authority and they follow that authority. And Allah describes that these people, they've been given maghfirah. They are the ones whom I have given immense forgiveness. فَبَشِّرْهُ بِمَغْفِرَةٍ وَأَجْرٍ كَرِيمٍ. That they are the people of maghfirah, that everything upon them is forgiven, and ajran kareem, that they have immense and rich reward because of that love and because of what they endure. They're teaching for us to take the way of pious people, take the way of these realities, that they're not taking orders from the physical but their orders and their commands, all of their teaching is bil ghayb, is in the world that's not seen. The world that's not seen, they are with them, and in that world everything is clear, every order is clear. This dunya is the world of chaos, and now is a deceitful one coming. A deceitful one is coming onto this earth. They want for us that as much as we're making your physical world to be confusing, you should not be taking your faith from that physical world. You should have been practicing your bilqayb, you should have been practicing your tafakkur, you should have been practicing through your heart to make a connection with them. And in that world of light it is true and there is no falsehood. And in that world of light every isharat and every order is going to come. And in that world of light they're warning that above ground everything now going to be badly confusing. And then they test amongst their students that, are you going to fall into the hands of Dajjal? Means that if you meet a wali, you meet a pious person, you follow them, your heart tells you their energy, your heart tells you their knowledges, your heart tells you everything, but somebody comes and confuses your mind, you're already in the hands of Dajjal. Why you didn't use your heart to give you istiqam? Why you didn't use your faith to give you istiqam and firmness? Your heart and firmness that I'm with them, my allegiance with them, my belief with them, I know my connection with them and nothing on this physical world is going to shake me from that. And boy are they going to come and test it. They're going to extreme testing to the point where you think you're going to flip like a torture class. They send you so much confusion that you think, okay I'm just going to come against this shaykh, I'm going to come against this person, and they want to see what's your breaking point, when you're going to break. And then the world of the unseen comes and warns, hold tight, it's going to pass, hold tight. Allah's testing you, Allah's testing you to take you higher. Allah testing you to prepare you for this Dajjal coming upon this earth where nobody will be safe and all magic will be appearing, everything through your eyes will be of deceit. But Allah won't allow Dajjal to deceive those whom operate from their heart. Whatever they see from the physical they enter into their heart and their shaykhs are there, awliyaullah are there, Prophet there guiding them, that pay no attention to what you're seeing on top. We pray that Allah give us understanding and understand why we're being crushed in our lives. Don't say, Shaykh is only being crushed, all of you are being crushed, all of you have difficulty in your lives. They want something from us. When the crushing comes on the outside, it's not about sitting and crying, it's about how to meditate, how to contemplate. Ya Rabbi, I'm disgusted from this outside. You say, yes, then go back into your qabr, go back into your heart. This outside is disgusting. Go back into your heart, will you be with us? Build your heart connection inshaAllah. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun al mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen bi hurmati Muhammad al Mustafa wa bassir Surat al Fatiha. Alhamdulillah, this is the month of Khalwa, not halwa. It's the month of Khalwas and they teach. Why? For all of these understandings that you have to go into that khalwa, Allah want to open something. It's the month of Surat al-Munafiqun, Munafiqeen. Why would Rajab have the 63rd surah and the 63rd surah is Munafiq? Warning, because everyone has a Munafiq inside. Everyone has a Munafiq. Don't worry about the Munafiq outside. Munafiq is a hypocrite, but worry about the Munafiq inside. The Munafiq inside that keep telling you, no, you pretend like you're with him but you wait until you're going to flip him. And there's one in all of us and that's the one that they want to destroy. They want to keep testing, keep testing, keep testing. Is your inner Munafiq about to jump out and now take control of who you are and flip your whole relation? A hypocrite says that he's with you and he's just waiting for a day like a wrestling match to take you down. So like friends they say they're with you, they're with you, as soon as you get sick they kick you, hey what happened? Oh, we heard you lost your job. As soon as you're in a position of weakness they want to destroy you. That inner Munafiq is through this testing. Prophet wants to see that inner Munafiq has to be destroyed. We are going to increase your testing to where you can't imagine, and see that if you're going to bring that hypocrite out and recant and negate everything that you were teaching and believing. We pray that Allah save us all from these bad characteristics, and by the lights of Rajab, Shaban and Ramadan that Allah to annihilate these bad characteristics inshaAllah. Ameen.
سيدنا النبي سيدنا النبي سيدنا النبي سيدنا النبي